It's a quick video about third brake lights. Now a lot of these aluminium trays come with these 1 ton trucks, or call them utes. Don't have third brake lights, and it's a law that you must have a third brake light on your vehicle. I think that's only for cars actually, because I don't think that motorbikes or trucks need a third brake light, but on cars you do. The new utes have the third brake light usually up there, but you do see quite a number of utes getting around without a third brake light. I've done some experiments with different, or at least there was one other third brake light I put on, but it didn't work. But this is a good unit, and I'm pretty sure I can confidently recommend this one. I'll go up to my hovel, and I'll show you where I got it from. Okay, that's it. It's got 15 LEDs. There's a number of them. I'll just show that now. You can get them in amber or white, and they're the prices there. They do range in price for the same thing. I think I could have tried this one. That was my first try, and it didn't last all that long. It lasted about 7 months, so it wasn't too bad, but I'm hoping to get a bit more life out of this one. So now, oh that's right, I've got two. There's two included here. I was going to put them together, but they're very bright, so I don't think there's any real need. Just one seems to be enough, and the other one can be a spare for when the first one goes out. Okay, excuse the lighting. The lights don't work in the garage at the moment. What I'll do is I'll show the effectiveness of this third brake light, and then I'll take the car out and I'll show you the wiring. Okay, so here's the uninstalled one. Now, from memory, I think they're your power supply cords, the red and the brown one there. I think that's your earth, but I'm not sure. What I did was I put these together and hooked them up to the mains. So I soldered these two together, and then I hooked that up to the brake power supply on the back of the car. The reason I've got this wooden block here is because if you look on the back of it, that's protruded. That sticks out there, and you can't have a hole in your aluminium tray because you can't bring the wires down on the inside, because they'll be maybe impacted by a load in the back of the tray. So I made up a wooden block. I drilled up and drilled in and brought the wires through, and they come down here, and the join's in here, and then it comes out here. One's the earth. I've got that coated black there, and this is the power supply here. Now, by rights, with a third brake light, it should only come on when you apply the brake pedal. What I was going to do, because I've joined these two wires together, inside here it can recognise the difference in the voltage supplies. So I'm assuming there'd be a lower voltage supply for the lights on, and then a higher voltage for the higher light intensity when you put your foot on the brake. So I'll just demonstrate that now. First of all, I'll put the lights on, and it'll glow a little bit red, and then it'll be an intense red when I put my foot on the brakes. Okay, now we'll see how that works with the brake lights, the standard brake lights that came with the vehicle, together with the new third brake light. Notice the brake lights that came with the vehicle, they light up quite intensely, and when you put your foot on the brake they don't light up all that much more, whereas the third brake light, when you turn the lights on, it only lights up a little bit and then intensely when you put your foot on the brake, so it's actually quite effective. I'll show that one more time. So lights on and foot on the brake. Lights off. Okay, now in the broad daylight, so I think I'll leave it at that with both power supply cables connected to the third brake light. It does come on, it's not a standard third brake light, but I think that it's pretty effective, and as I say, at night it does sort of say that there's a third brake light there and it's ready to go off, and when it goes off it's fairly bright. So I was going to keep it a standard brake light so that when you put your foot on the pedal, that's the only time that the light comes on, but I think that's pretty safe the way it is, so I'll leave it at that. So that's the style of connector I used, a male and female, and the wire went into the back there, and I just crimped it with one of these type of cable working tools. So under the car now, and I'll just make this point right now, it's quite important that the join is underneath the tray. Okay, you can't have it here because it'll fill up with water. It's got to be under the tray, out of the rain. So I've got the ground and the positive that comes around here. There's an old join there from the first third brake light I tried. And we come down here, and I've just worked with this this one light here. So got the red cable hooking up to the brake light. Try and get a better shot of it there. Okay. So I've just sort of spliced that. There'll be a join, a V join there, and I've just put the new one in, and the ground, there's the ground, and that hooks up to the ground supply system. So yeah, that's it. That's all that it is. The vehicle we're looking at is a 1995 Holden Rodeo, and if your vehicle doesn't have a third brake light, I highly recommend putting one on. Okay, please like and subscribe. So I'd like to mention I put a bead of silicone along the top so that the rain wouldn't get in behind and down here around the electrical area. I'll also silicone around that area there, And also you'll need to take the back off, the back of the tray off every now and then. And you can do that simply by unplugging the male and female join just there. So yeah, she should all be good.